Sunday evening, and before I go have a shower, I figure I'd best finish recording this video. So, let's recap the past week. Start out with Monday. That was a bank holiday, and it turned out I had no work to do. So, I went to the wall instead, and there I started on this black. I had put the last moves together the week before, so here I decided to capture it all. Nice climb. Finally managed to get that move through there without my feet popping off. I'm quite happy with the control on this one actually. Unfortunately you can't see the last two holds, but don't worry, they are there. So I'm not actually using a hold there, I don't think. I was just bumping, oh no, I was. It's the left hand that I bumped off the wall up to the final hold. And done. So that was that. Naturally I then went over to the pink on the right hand side of the wall that I've been working the past few sessions now. And that went about as well as it has been doing. I do have the start locked in now, I'm happy with that. And the drop in, I got that pretty solid now as well. But getting through this next part just wasn't really happening. That was a foot slip. And that was a hand dry firing. Not really much else to say about that one. Kept trying it. Decided to go do something else instead. That was Monday session. Don't think I went again till Thursday? Tuesday now. Wednesday now. Yeah, I think it was Thursday. Yes, it was, because I also played on the new set. Not that I have any footage of that. Yeah, Tuesday and Wednesday were really good weather-wise and warm. I was planning on going down to Chernit on the Wednesday because my estimated parcel volumes for the day was 72. I ended up with 107, so a little bit out. And then was asked to do a second run, which, since it was local, I did. That pretty much killed my going outdoors by the time I was done with that. And then the weather started to turn again. So Thursday was back at the wall. I only have this one clip on this. Again, that pink, and it was pretty much the same as on the Monday. Friday was off. Yesterday, Saturday, I ended up going in, do my round. Figured I might as well, since well, I was essentially I was essentially a day's pay down from not working on Monday. So since they asked and it was my round that I'd do anyway, I went in and did that. Which brings us to today. I went back to the wall and I gave that pink a few tries again. Wasn't really getting anywhere on it. So I looked at one on the left side, the roof part, which I've looked pretty much passively at last session and the session before. So here's a look at the two holes that are really the biggest problem on this. So pinch in the right hand that you go to off the start hold, and then a pinch on the left hand there. By themselves, they aren't bad holds. However, on the steepness that they're at, you have to use them both in each hand. Pinch strength is not what I'm particularly good at, especially that right hand one. I could squeeze that and it felt like there was nothing there. I did not feel like I had any kind of grip. Still, I managed to put, apart from that one move, I managed to put the entire climb together pretty quickly in just a session. Move for move, I would say it was easier than the other one I've been trying. So, here we go on that. It's the start, into that right hand pinch, coming up for that left, and I just cannot hold that swing for the life of me. After I shot this, I gave that 15 to 20 minutes just throwing myself at that one move, trying to control the swing. So pinch strength is something I'm definitely going to have to start working on. Overall, I was happy with this climb though. I could maybe have done it a little cleaner. Like bringing my left foot in here, I did end up trapping my finger a little bit, trying to work that out there. And then jump for the top. So yeah, apart from that one move, that was a pretty easy climb. And one of the reasons I wanted to tackle that one today, and I'm not too bothered about sticking the swing, is that that set is getting stripped tomorrow. So this is my last chance to play it on these cave problems. So I did that. I went around the centre, did a couple of more climbs. And then at the end of the session, after I'd had some time resting, I decided before I pack up and go, I'd give that pink project one last go. So here we are. From the start, I think this is the only time I actually did it from the start today. Every other time I was pretty much starting from this point. So this is my final go before the reset happens next week. And as it turned out, last go, best go. So yeah, I think I could have got that with maybe a few more goes, but my fingertips were getting a bit sore. And I would have needed a big rest in between, and I was ready to get done by then. So no top on that one, but overall I did enjoy working it. It's a very nice climb, good moves. I'm considering, well, I could pull on when I started it, but I could not do that first jump into the left hand. That took me probably a couple of weeks to get that. I ended up ignoring that climb for 2 or 3 weeks actually, or however long it's been up. How long has that one? I think that's been up for nearly 2 months, maybe a tad longer. So yeah, it's definitely due the reset. Yeah, I'm happy with the progress I made on that one. So, not getting the top isn't too much of an issue. You don't always, especially on indoor climbs when it gets reset. So yeah, I think my takeaway from this week is do some pinch training, because that's my weakest grip type. Don't think I've really got anything else. The weather next week's looking, at the minute, mostly dry. I think Tuesday's rain. Actually, let's have a quick look, see if it's changed again. Tuesday 55% chance rain, Wednesday 70% chance rain, and then just cloudy for the rest of the week. So depending on how busy I am, I'll see if I can get outdoors at last, because I am missing the rock. But anyway, I think that's all I've got for this week. Got a few good sessions in. Be interesting to see what they throw up in the cave next week. Yep, that's it. So, thanks for watching. Do me a favour and hit that like button. And feel free to leave a comment and subscribe for more. Right then, goodbye.